The number one show I know that we all agree on is Break the Bank with X Lerk and Deion.
Giannis threatening his future with the Bucks, talking about he's not gonna re-sign with them. He's not signing no extensions unless he believes that this team is committed to winning some championships and competing for the title. We've spoken about this team in the past. They're in no position to really move forward or make any upgrades. This team, as is, at least in my opinion, is not a title team. X, I know you love to drag Chris Middleton and Drew Holiday through the mud, so let's start with you. What are your thoughts on this, and where do you see this ending?
I think he's out of there after this year. I mean, you just look at it like, and maybe that was a ploy, right? Because Chris Middleton is up for a contract. I don't know if he signed that contract extension yet, but like, would you feel comfortable maxing Chris Middleton out for like 4 years? I wouldn't. It's, you know what I'm saying? Drew, I love Drew, but I think his best basketball is probably behind him. More than likely, I think he's taking a slight step back defensively. I think that's only going to get worse as time goes on. And we know that that team is not going big into the luxury tax like Steve Ballmer and the Clippers and the Suns and them. So he's looking at it like, yo, my surrounding cast is getting older. You know what I'm saying? If Brook Lopez would have left, they would have been cooked. And if, like, I like Brook Lopez, but like, if you're a Brook Lopez leaving away from like not being a contender, I think that shows how fragile your contender status is. I think Giannis sees that. So I think he'll give him 1 year. But I think unless some major changes are made, I think he's probably up out of there after this year.
So Drew Holiday is his contract is gonna expire soon. He only has 2 years left on his contract. One of them is a player option. And Chris Middleton signed the contract extension. He opted out of his last year and signed the
Oh, he signed it already? Okay.
yeah, he signed a 3-year 102. So he actually took a pay cut to get this
Not a
contract.
terrible contract. That's not
Just
terrible.
I'll be to interrupt, but there's like a bunch of pictures of Ja working out this summer with shirts that just have one word on it: gratitude, rebirth, accountability. Yeah, David Stern came back from the grave and said, "Ja." that is the David Stern work of art. That that's the funniest shit I've seen in a minute. I couldn't disagree more with the whole they're not contenders thing. By the way, that was insane.
I didn't say they're not contenders. I said they're not a title team. I think they can make it to the finals because of the fact that the Eastern Conference doesn't really have anybody
Who the hell the West got though?
Nuggets, Warriors, Lakers.
Don't get me wrong, I like the Nuggets, but they're not like the fucking Warriors. Like, they can be beat.
It's just, I'm not saying they can't. I'm not saying that they're unstoppable. I just think that they're that much better than the Bucks.
I don't. Well, it's fine to think that on paper. I don't think there's a world like this specific season they are. Like I don't think it's way too entirely hard to go back to back. And then you have a guy, your best player doesn't really like playing basketball, so like that makes it even harder. And then Jamal Murray is like known for being fat. That's definitely going to happen now that he's won a championship. Like Michael Porter Jr., also known for not necessarily being in shape. Like they lost Bruce Brown, who I know you're a huge fan of. I don't know, bro. Like it's really hard to go back to back, and when you don't have like that level of like killer and work ethic in you, which the Nuggets have proven not to have so far, it makes it a lot harder.
You making it about the Nuggets? You ask who does the West have? I'm saying
no, because you said the Bucks can make it to the West, could make it to the finals, but you
can't beat the West.
Yeah, but I still think if the Nuggets make it to the finals, I think they win.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think so.
I feel the same way about the Warriors and the Lakers.
Yeah, I don't know about all that. I think the point is like to say that they can't win a title or like they're not a title team means that they don't have a chance. Like this Nuggets team, there's no one in the league, or this Bucks team, there's no one in the league they can't beat, right? Like, sure, you might think so and so is a better team, but like I think the Warriors can win a title. Do I think there's better teams? Yeah, like the Bucks, for example. But do I think they're that much better to where like Steph can't just go crazy for 4 games? Like, no. Giannis could win a series on his own with the state of the league.
So, what do you think about this whole situation and his hesitance to negotiate a new contract?
I get it. I don't think he really ever wanted to be in Milwaukee. I think he wanted to leave the last time, but it's like, how can you leave when you win a title, right? I think it's going to be the same thing. I mean, we're going to talk about it more closer the season gets. The Bucks are my title favorite again, to be honest. So like, I think it'll be the same situation. Like he wins the title, he just resigns.
So you got them winning the championship this year?
Yeah, I mean, I chose him last year. Nothing's really changed on that front. Like, if I don't think any team is the only team I think significantly better than last year is the Warriors, and I don't think they're better talent wise. I just think they're better. Like, it's a better fit roster. But I don't think the Lakers got better by re-signing everybody. I don't think the Nuggets definitely didn't get better. Celtics got worse because Porzingis' foot is cooked. I don't know if y'all.
I would say that if his foot isn't cooked, I think they have a potential to take a significant step
Did
forward.
you hear his
It's just
quote?
plantar fasciitis, though, isn't it?
Did y'all hear his quote?
No.
No.
So he's not playing in the World Cup because of it, and he said
Oh,
he was supposed to. He committed to it.
No, yeah, but because of that, he needs to rest and get ready for the NBA
But
season.
he's not resting. He was working out with his team, and he can't go through a workout without it swelling. And he was supposed to be full go, and now they're talking about surgery. His foot.
So it's worse than so it's not just what they reported then if he's gonna get surgery.
No, well, they don't know. They don't know. Like it's still up in the air because he's in like Tiberia. I don't know where that fucking
Latvia.
Is. No, it's somewhere Istanbul, maybe. It's somewhere over there. I don't know where he's at, but like his foot here. I mean, I'll look up the real quote, but like his foot is cooked.
If his foot is cooked, then the Celtics season might be cooked as well. But they got enough to withstand. No, if they don't make any major moves, they have enough to withstand the regular season, but not the playoffs.
I'm not gonna say
he says the foot hurts after exercise. I have an idea what the origin of the injury might be, but it's something that builds up over the course of a career and pops out at one point. It got worse during the training process when it started to hurt. Then I couldn't get rid of the inflammation. Like for a guy that big to have foot injury, it's over. It's over. He can't work out. Like it's over. So they got worse. I mean Philly. What are we talking about? Miami without Dame, like one of the things about Miami is that everyone had the same common goal. And if half the roster is supposed to be traded for Dame and you don't get Dame, like I don't think that's going to be the same locker room. You know what I mean? So I don't know, bro. Like every team has question marks. In my opinion, the Bucks have the fewest of those.
Death. I just don't think they're deep. Never pulled hammy or tweaked hamstring away from like, you know what I'm saying? Because we've seen Drew can't be the second best player. And Chris Middleton, if Drew's not there, Middleton isn't the type of defender he used to be. So they just don't have good point of attack defense. And I just don't know like who's their eighth man? Like who's their eighth best player? You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know who that would be. Like, but they need somebody who used, you know, like those Dante DiVincenzo minutes, you know, like I don't even know. Like they were relying on like Grayson Allen, you know what I'm saying? Like to play minutes for them. Like I don't know.
I'm not saying like they have a perfect roster. I'm saying they have the fewest question marks, in my opinion.
No, if healthy.
Yes.
I just don't think they can make it to a regular season healthy.
Drew and Middleton, like injury woes is a question mark, but you can say the same about Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr., right? Yeah. You go down the line of teams, you can say the same thing. But each team has additional question marks, right? Like Embiid's health is a question mark, but it's not just that. It's like, will Harden be on the team? Will he not be on the team? So on and so forth. Like Chris Paul's health is a question mark, but there's also the question of like, will Draymond Naruto punch somebody in training camp again? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't know. With the Bucks, we know if they're healthy, they'll show up and play basketball.
With every passing minute, I'm more convinced that I'm Team Draymond in that situation. But
Oh yeah,
that's for another podcast.
But no, Draymond's right. Draymond was right. But like,
so let me ask you this, Deion.
it's just like that football coach, right? Like, he might have been right, but he's always gonna look wrong.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let me ask you this. This is for both of y'all. What are the odds that Giannis is gone before this contract is up?
I think Giannis plays his full career in Milwaukee. I really don't think Giannis is built like that. If he were to leave for anywhere, I think he'd leave for like Saudi Arabia.
You can't wait till Saudi take over the NBA.
I'd say there's a 40% chance he leaves. More likely than not that he stays, but still a legitimate shot that he leaves.
Okay. I could see him finishing his career in Milwaukee. I could also see him getting fed up and getting the hell out of there.
I think the only way he leaves is if he has the opportunity to play with Luka or Steph. That's it. And one of those dudes I don't think will be around long enough to have that opportunity. So
yeah,
he ain't just gonna leave. You know,
No.
He's not just gonna go somewhere. But like,
he'll do them the solid of fucking letting them know so they can trade him.
I just think it would have to be with like one of his boys, right? Like, he wants to play with Steph. He's already said it. I don't think that opportunity will arise because of Steph's age. And then he speaks so highly of Luka too. Like, it would have to be one of those two, I would say, to convince him to leave.
okay.
I mean, those were the two. If you think about it too, those were the two teams
that season that he was gonna bro. It was us, the Raptors, and the Bucks were the three teams in the mix.
I forgot about the Raptors
because of Ujiri, the African connection. You know what I'm saying?
I would throw the Raptors in there, like Toronto, Mavs, or like Warriors because of Steph. But like I said, Steph's too old, so it don't matter.
Yeah.